everybody. Welcome in StylesRebelRadio.com. I am Jake Underwood, and today we're here with Julez.
Hello.
Hi, Julez.
Hi, Jake.
Hi. All right. So the whole point of this, my understanding, because Jordan basically wanted us to do this so people get style. All right. Edit that. So Style wanted us to do this so everybody gets to know each other better, right?
Yes.
All right. So you and I have known each other for a while.
It's been a couple years now.
Yeah, but the issue is because of car accidents and everything else, I forget things.
Missing out on some.
Right. So we're just gonna start from the beginning.
All right.
Because according to Julie Andrews, that's a very good place to start. Sound of Music. So let's talk about, because I know you weren't in Ohio your whole life, right?
No.
Okay, so where did you start out?
I was born in Kansas,
Okay.
Wichita, Kansas. And after 9/11, my dad's job got moved because he works in aviation.
Okay.
It got moved to Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and so we moved.
And where in Ohio?
We moved to Roaming Shores first. We lived there for a couple, maybe a year. Small, hokey town.
So whereabouts in Ohio is that? Like Central Ohio,
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay, so you've been in Northeast.
So I've been in Northeast Ohio the whole time I've lived in Ohio.
Okay.
After a little while in Roaming Shores, we moved to Chardon.
Okay.
And we lived there until we moved a year before the shooting.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then we moved back to the Roaming Shores area, and I went to Orwell schools.
Okay. And how was high school for you? What did you do? Because I do remember you were in 4-H, right?
Yes.
You were a 4-H kid.
Well, I wasn't 4-H. It was FFA.
That's
Future
right.
Farmers of America.
That's right. FFA. That's right. Okay. And then what else did you do?
High school was a little different for me because I was half enrolled in a technical school for multimedia. So I had...
Really?
Yeah.
So you've always wanted to do like some sort of media.
Yeah.
So what did you focus on at the technical school?
It was basically video editing.
Okay.
We had our own TV station. We would do the news.
Oh, you went to a fancy high school.
Not really.
No? Okay.
So the way it worked is I was half enrolled in this school. So it was one classroom in my home high school that was dedicated and owned by the technical school.
Okay.
So the teacher that worked there wasn't even under my high school's roster of teachers. He was under the technical school.
Okay. Wow. And then what else did you do? So you were FFA, technical school with media.
I played throughout the years. I played volleyball, basketball, cheerleading, and I was in marching band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one of those? Obviously, the media is the one that you like the most because you're still
yes
pursuing it. But of the what, like with the sports, what would the listeners be shocked to hear about you when it comes to sports?
I am very good at volleyball.
Really? What position?
I was the setter.
Wow. Okay.
Not libero. Wasn't good enough.
Okay. And so, cheerleading. Did you like cheerleading?
Yeah, I was varsity captain my senior year.
Wow.
Cheerleading was great. I didn't like making up my own cheers. I barely even liked being in front of people because at the time I was a little chunky.
Yeah.
And self-conscious.
Mm-hmm. Been there. As we're sitting in front of cameras now.
Yep.
How about that?
But I don't know. It was just I liked the uniform. I liked being a part of something. Everybody thought of cheerleaders as like the preppy bitches.
Right.
And I just didn't really like that. I was a part of every group. I was in marching band. I was all over the place.
Okay.
And
what did you play in band?
Flute. I was first chair flute in concert band as well.
Wow. Okay.
And section
first
leader.
Chair.
Section leader for marching band, first chair for concert band.
And grades were good?
Grades were very good.
Okay.
So through, I don't know how it happened, but my sophomore year, I apparently didn't take a class that I needed.
Okay.
And the probably fourth quarter of the senior year, they finally told me.
Oh.
So I was working full time at Taco Bell at the time, and also
I forgot you worked at Taco Bell. That's right. Okay. Okay.
I saved all the money I could, enrolled myself in this class that I missed online, which I never saw any money back from the school, which they should have paid me back.
How much did you pay?
It was like $250 for the class.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a decent amount of
for a
money.
high school student.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow. What was the class?
It was I think it was life science.
Oh, so what did you have to pay $250 for?
The online class, like simply just being enrolled in the online class, because there was no open slot in my actual high school class.
I gotcha. Okay. Wow.
And I didn't have any time during the day.
Okay.
So I just tucked my laptop in like my binder, and every time I had free time in class, I was like, sorry, I'm in another class right now.
Right. So what year did you graduate?
2019.
Okay, so did you go straight to OMS then?
Yes, I did.
So what made you want to go to Ohio Media School?
So I didn't want to go to Ohio Media School.
Okay, that's interesting. All right.
I got accepted full ride to Teal College for their communications program.
Okay.
And something fell through with the paperwork. My parents didn't do something correctly, and I lost it.
Okay.
And then I remember the day we were sitting in the living room watching TV, and
the commercial,
the jankiest fucking commercial came on the TV. And my dad goes, "Why don't you go there?" Next thing you know, they made the appointment for me, told me to go there.
Right.
And it was my job to pay for it.
Are you paid up?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you. So that was right after high school.
Yeah, it was, I think, what was it, 827 days?
Okay.
B.
And so I can't remember, were you in, so what year? 2019, right?
Yes.
827 days of 19. Okay, so yeah, we were students at the same time.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of 18. Okay, wow.
Yeah, so my class was the largest class, so we were 827A and 827B.
So was Style in class with you?
No, he was a couple ahead of me. I think he was 7.
Okay.
July.
Okay, interesting. All right. So what were you hoping for out of it by going to OMS?
So I was able to carry some of my credits from my technical school to OMS. I didn't have to do like a couple of classes.
Well, and just so you know, if you decide that you want to go to college, those credits do translate.
I'm good now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you have plenty of experience and you're doing great, and we'll get to that, but I just wanted to let you know that. So when it came to OMS, how did you and Style end up meeting? Because I want to ask that, and then I don't remember how you and I met. And I don't know if you remember either. I
remember a little bit.
Okay, but let's start with you and Style. So what was the first time, because you had the show together, you still have the show together.
So okay, the way it started is one of our teachers introduced me to one of his friends.
Okay. What teacher?
Ricky.
Okay. Good old Ricky. Okay.
And that friend introduced me to Style.
Okay.
However, I had seen him before because he was that pompous asshole walking around the hallways.
It's funny because I said the same thing to Shane. Yep.
So when I saw him, I was like, "Oh wow, he's cute."
Yeah.
And I was friends.
Okay.
I was friends with one of the girls there, and she didn't end up finishing the class. But she was like, "Wow, he looks like what is his name?"
Don't say Drake Bell.
No, not Drake Bell. I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Who are you talking about? Singer? Actor?
Actor. There's brothers.
Brothers. Jonas Brothers.
No.
Oh. Although he would love it if we said he looked like Joe Jonas.
Whatever.
Okay. Edit that out.
That's gonna bug me. But
well, yeah, and if you think of it later on, that's fine. Just blurt it out. But all right, so you noticed him, and you were like,
him,
"Ooh,
I thought he was
he's
cute."
cute.
I liked his shoes.
Okay.
He always used to wear these high top Converse that had
yes,
the comic books.
Yep.
And it was really cool.
Wow. Okay. And so, what ultimately ended up to you getting the show together? Because I know a lot of the time at OMS, it's literally just, I want to do a show. I need to get the intern hours. Do you guys want to do a show?
So I think it started off as that,
okay.
But my version of it started off as I needed intern hours.
Okay.
But so Styles' friend had introduced us.
Right.
They had already workshopped this show. They needed somebody for social media. So Style did not want me to be a part of the show. I remember he was like slightly against it because he was like, I don't know this girl. Who is she? She's
wow.
Yeah. But
that's actually very funny.
He got over that eventually, obviously. But I started off doing social media.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I remember when I sat in once or twice, you would just be sitting in the corner, and you would just have like a phone, and like you're just kind of like taking pictures or video or
that's
whatever.
how we met. You were a part of the big show with it's the big show.
With Jarrett.
Yes. And I don't even remember what it was. It was a part of the
was it
ASMR?
Yes.
Because we got yelled at for being too loud on the radio.
Right. That's yeah.
And so you brought out the ASMR bit where you were just
Did I do that?
Yes, you did that.
Okay. Wow. All right.
It was you and Jared.
I mean, I'll take credit for it.
Jared was holding the basketball, and you were like, "Oh shit, this is what a basketball sounds like." Jared was like, okay. And then you did keys, dropping them on the table.
See, I remember the keys. I kind of remember the basketball. I didn't realize that Jarrett and I started that. I thought that was it. Wow, that's funny.
No, it's
so one of your best bits on that show was because of me. Is that
okay?
Is that what I'm understanding?
I mean, that show's off air now.
No, off air is available.
Oh, you're right.
Whatever. All right, so
redacted.
True. So all that happened. Okay, and I remember you were working at Taco Bell, and I don't want to sound like an asshole when asking this. I genuinely don't. Okay,
absolutely.
So you have the job that you have now is great. And I'm very happy that you found, because I know you were miserable at Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I remember coming and seeing you, and you'd just be like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, can I get a chalupa?" Like, But would you want to work in media? Is that something that you would want to do, or are you happy with the current situation? Because the way that it comes off, and if I'm wrong here, but it seems like for you, media is still fun.
Yeah.
Like doing this stuff is still fun. And if it became a job, that might not be the case.
I think that is the case.
Okay.
Where I'm at career-wise, I am fully comfortable.
Right.
I have said this on multiple occasions to my bosses, and everybody thinks it's crazy, but I say that I could be in this same position for the next 20 years and be perfectly satisfied. And media is just kind of, it's always been there. Yeah. It's always been something I've done.
Right.
Because I don't know, I used to make little videos with my sister growing up. I used to make videos with my friends, and when I got into high school, I enrolled myself in the multimedia program, and it's just always been there.
So what is it that like attracted you to that?
I don't know. I think it's just something that I was doing well at.
Okay.
And I understood the process. It wasn't so much as like, oh, this is fun, I like to do this. It was, I actually understand this. This makes sense. I can do this.
So it's just something that clicked for you.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Interesting.
I've learned After Effects before I even started at OMS. Like, I don't know. It was just easy.
See, that's where I think you missed out by being a day student. So the night guy who was there, he worked at a very good company. He knew that stuff inside and out.
Really?
Yeah, and he would hold like little workshops and stuff. Because I remember you were good at it. And I remember as I was sitting there, I'm like, I kind of wish I would have given her a heads up about this. But you and I really weren't like close at that point in time. No. So I didn't just want to be like, hey, you want to hang out after? You know what I mean? Like that would have been weird. But yeah, like that guy was crazy good because you are good at that stuff. So what is like some of your favorite stuff to do when it comes to media and just being on air? Like what is like something that as soon as somebody asks you, what's your favorite thing about blank? What is it you think of?
I wouldn't say I'm so much into the talking aspect. Like the podcast, I like to be a part of it and speaking and all that, but I run the board.
Right.
And I really enjoy having to be on top of the production side. Like if I don't hit the right button, then timing is all off.
Right.
I just like being a part of the button pushing.
You like having the control.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Without me, Monday would be a disaster.
Yeah, nothing without you. Nothing.
Nothing.
So.
And like, I'm artistic. I'm very good at
artistic.
Yes.
Okay.
Artistic.
Okay. So
I'm very good at painting, drawing.
Right.
So like the editing side as well, like Photoshop and making our merch and logos and even doing the video editing for YouTube that I used to do for a while, haven't done in a while. Depression, you know. But
I mean, you're not wrong.
I just like being creative, I guess. It's a creative outlet, more of a I don't want to say hobby, but like
to me it and I could be wrong, but it's kind of the same like I'm the same way with it where it's just kind of a release. Like you could turn your brain off and just do stuff.
And just do it.
Like at work, I'll make custom covers for every article because I get done writing this article, and for 5 minutes, I could just shut my brain off and move this here and make this look nice.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, I have two friends that coworkers that I work with. They just married each other.
Oh.
And they got their wedding pictures back, and they hated them. They were not right at all.
Like, what like color looked weird?
It was just bland.
Oh.
It looked like it was taken.
There was no enhancing.
An iPod 4.
Oh, that's rough. Okay.
And so I edited them all up, and I made these 3 canvas collection that went together, and they just bought a new house and they put it up in there, and it was just really nice to see like my work influence other people's happiness.
Right. Wow. That's pretty cool. So what is something that not a lot of people would know about you?
I am an open book. I don't think there's really much that people don't know about me. I mean, everybody knows I've rewatched Grey's Anatomy 106 times. They know I do radio stuff.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that I work at an airport. It's pretty cool.
There you go. And you get to talk to cool people.
I do, but I'm not allowed to speak on that.
Okay.
How
about now? No, I'm joking. She actually convinced Barack Obama to run for president in 08 through her job. And
in 08?
That's
I was 7 years old.
Stop.
Yeah. I was born in 2001.
What?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
July 12th, 2001.
Oh my God.
I am 21 years old.
I don't like that.
Well.
So this is something people might not know about you. You like video games.
I do.
You do. So I do want to talk about that because when Style lived in Parma, that was majority of what we did when we hung out. It was constantly playing 2K. Yeah. You and I were talking about Pokemon Go today because I didn't realize that you still play and I still play. Because whenever I bring it up to people, they're like, "Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's not even around anymore." Died out in
2016.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It's still alive
everybody's
and
still
well.
Playing.
So, what's a game that you've played that maybe when you started playing, you're like, this is going to be stupid, but you actually really liked and you were surprised that you liked it?
Diablo.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. See, I didn't think you were a Diablo player. Okay.
Yeah, I have it on my Switch.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm I don't remember what level I'm on. I haven't touched it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But after it was remastered, because I did have Diablo in high school. One of my coworkers at Taco Bell gave me an Xbox 360 and a shit ton of games for $50.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for free, and I was going to go, were they in love with you?
It was like for $50, and he was either going to get rid of it anyway, type deal.
Yeah.
And he had Diablo in there, and I was like, that looks fucking cool. In a bad way. I was like looking for attention, so I was like, if I post this on my story, some guy's going to be like, oh, you're playing video games?
Was this before or after Ohio Media School?
Before. I was in high school.
Oh,
I was like 17.
Wow. Hold on. Let's dissect this real quick. So, captain of the cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
First chair flute player.
Yes.
And you were sitting there going, somebody's going to like this picture. I hope they do.
Yeah.
Wow. But you ended up liking the game.
Yeah.
All right.
I beat it in high school. Pretty dope. I was able to...
Twice?
No, I was throwing up the deuces. I apologize. Whatever.
I thought you meant you beat it twice.
No.
I was like,
And I'm working through it again with
Okay.
the Switch, because it was remastered for the Switch.
So what is it that you would say like video games offer to you? Like, is it another way to just turn the brain off?
Not really. That's like my enrichment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm feeling like I need to do something, like getting that ADHD, like,
oh yeah,
got to do something.
Yep.
It's more of like a brain feeling for me rather than like a active, like wanting to do something.
See, it's interesting you say that, because at work I'll get these random emails from like studies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from Statista. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a website that you can make really good graphs and stuff. So if you ever need to make a hey, Dave. But they'll send out just random studies. And one of the studies was, I want to say it was 35 and under. They found that 60% of people with ADHD say video games help them stay focused.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with that. So
Absolutely.
It's interesting that you say that, because you and I both have ADHD. And I notice like at work, and you're probably the same way. And this is why I love Pokemon Go, because there's always something new to do. And when you feel that fog start to come in, and you're like, you could just pull out your phone, catch a few Pokemon, and then you're like, good. Right, you're right back into it.
I think one of the best games that ever did that for me was Spyro.
Oh, Spyro was so good.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have it on the Switch.
Okay, so are you talking about like original Spyro? Or
original Spyro and remastered now.
Okay, not the Sky. What was it? The Skylanders? Is that what it was called?
I don't know. I also had it on my Game Boy. The fire and lava worlds. I don't remember which games those were.
So getting more serious.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have to get in depth. Okay. But I'm sure people noticed that for a little bit there was a little bit of a riff. You weren't on the show, different things like that. Won't get specific.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very proud of you for the way that you're always determined, right? You have that straight ahead attitude.
I try.
Where does that come from?
I don't it might be a little personal, but my family hasn't always been nice to each other. Mm-hmm. So I've
You're fine.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I've kind of always been like the neutral person, and so I'm always picking up the pieces, putting them back together. Like, this is fine because of this. We can move on. Mm-hmm. And I've always been that person for my family, so I'm that person for myself and for my friends, and I'm always there trying to move forward.
See, I think that's why you and I clicked the way that we did, because we both kind of come from that similar background where like we always try to be 3 steps ahead.
Absolutely.
Like, all right, so if A happens, I got B and C. If B happens, I got A and C, Mm-hmm. And I think that comes a part of the ADHD.
You
because
think so?
I do. And the reason why is because we constantly overthink things.
Probably.
And so we come up with solutions to things that don't matter. And they probably never will, but we have the solution if it ever happens. So going back to that mindset, because like I said, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we were able to reconnect. I love you. You're like my little sister. Genuinely, you are. And I missed you
I know.
Like
it was
crazy.
hard not talking to you for a while.
It was hard for me too, because randomly I'd just be like, oh, she's doing okay.
Randomly, I would see something and be like, oh, Jake Underwood like that.
But
I'm like, fuck, but I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, like something would happen, or I would just remember like a stupid story, and I'd be like, oh, I hope she's doing okay, but I can't reach out to her. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's not time yet. It'll happen eventually. So I'm very happy that we reconnected, because it does mean a lot. But something,
I missed you, buddy.
Right? No, seriously, yeah, no, but like for real though, and I think. Yeah, like I said, that determination that you have, like you have an idea in your head, and you just kind of go with it. And sometimes you might stray off, or but you've overcome a lot. So what's that motivation? Like what is? I don't want to just be cliche and go. So where do you want to be in 5 years? But kind of, what? Oh God, what?
I asked Evan that question.
Did you really?
Yeah.
But like, what do you want your future to hold?
I know I don't want kids. All the
That's
kids.
Interesting.
It's basically, I've seen a lot of fucked up shit in my life.
Yeah.
I've seen it in my life, my friends' lives, my family's lives. I don't need to bring somebody else into this world to experience that.
I get that.
So I do not want to be a mom. If by chance there was a section where I became a mom, that's fine too, but I don't want to be.
A little surprise.
Yeah. I don't really know. I can see myself in my job, my same job.
Yep.
If I'm working towards management, I can see that as well. Lifestyle wise, I'd like to be a little bit more active. I've been a little bit more in my brain more recently than I should have.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to separate my feelings and actually, I think what I see in my future is a little bit more therapy.
Okay.
And just trying to be happy.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that motivates me is just happiness. I strive to be happy in my relationship, happy in my position at work, happy in whatever hobbies I'm doing. Like if Style asked me to do this and I didn't want to do it, I would be like, no, I'm not really feeling that.
Right.
Give out a different option for more content. But this seemed fun. So, and
definitely.
You guys don't know, but our regular studio audience member, Lydia, Shane's girlfriend, is downstairs. She's one of my best friends, so it was cool to have her around today. I don't know. It's just, I knew today would be happy.
And I want to thank you, because I know you're tired.
I am very tired.
Yes. And so that's why I tried to keep it as simple as possible. Because
if nobody knows, I work 9 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Right.
So this morning I got home. It took me a little bit longer because of the blizzard.
Yeah, there was terrible weather.
So I got home at 8:30, fell asleep, woke up at 11. And that's me now.
So I'll wrap this up. Okay. So just real quick, if going back to because you're doing good.
Thank you.
You're kicking ass. When somebody goes through something that's rough, okay? And I'm not saying this is the way to do it or anything like that. What would the best advice that you have for someone when something happens, whether it is a separation from a friend or anything like that, when something rough hits you, what do you wish somebody would have told you?
Don't cut everyone off, because you never know. The people that you cut off may have been the people that were actually looking out for you, and the people that you kept in your life were not good for you. So just keep open doors.
All right. Julez, thank you.
Thank you.